Servus everyone and welcome to this video I was looking forward to make for quite some time. It is about the graphics card that revolutionized PC gaming in 1996. In October of that year, 3DFX released the Voodoo 1, a 3D graphics accelerator card. 3DFX has taken a bold move of dropping support for 2D rendering. The Voodoo was designed to complement an existing graphics card which provided the necessary 2D rendering engine for DOS and Windows. In 3D applications, the Voodoo card took control. In the mid-90s, new home PCs were built around Intel Pentium, AMD K5 or Cyrix 6x86 chips. But even with a 4MB S3 Trio 64V+, you still couldn't play most games in resolutions larger than 640 by 480. In fact, most graphics calculation was done on the CPU. And don't forget, we just entered the era of Windows 95, so many games were built to run on the DOS, and the most common resolution was 320 by 240. With more powerful CPUs like the Intel Pentium MMX 200, which was released in January 1997, games could be rendered in higher resolutions. However, most of the time, the game experience suffered from low frame rates. As a result, gamers accepted lower resolutions to achieve a smoother gameplay. That is what we were used to and what was accepted. Until this one fateful day in October 1996, when 3DFX released a beast that would revolutionize the PC gaming industry. You know that pictures sometimes speak 1,000 words. So let's get right into a game that impressed me from the first time I have seen it, running on a demo PC in one of the local computer stores around my home. Unreal was released in May 1998, and although Intel had already released the Pentium 2 a year earlier, many of us were still rocking their Socket 7 motherboards with an Intel Pentium MMX. I'm using an AMD K62, downclocked to 200 MHz with 96 MB of memory, and the S3 Trio 64V+, with 4 MB of video memory. Unreal supports many different render modes. In this video, we will only explore the software render and the 3DFX Glide API. The resolution is set to 512 x 384. This resolution is supported in both render modes, and it is somewhat playable when using the software render. Next up is the famous opening scene of Unreal. Oh, this was rough. We are just shy of 10 frames per second. I still went through the torture of escaping the prisoner ship and get into the first gunfight. Enjoy the next 2 minutes of gameplay.
Prisoners 849 escaping.
Unreal is an amazing game for its time, but clearly the hardware is no longer powerful enough. Time to unleash the Orchid Righteous 3D. The Voodoo 1 card is equipped with 4 MB of total memory, 2 MB for the texture unit and 2 MB for the frame buffer. Another feature of this card is that it has relays, which switch the card into the 3D mode. You can hear them in a moment when I start Unreal using the 3DFX Glide API. And here we go. Unreal on the same hardware, but now using the Voodoo 1, the Glide API and high texture quality. And isn't this amazing? Double the frame rate. I tried to recreate the same playthrough as in the software render, and you will see that most of the time we have more than double the frame rate as before, by just adding the 3DFX 3D accelerator card.
Prisoners 849 escaping.
Having a Voodoo card back in the day was really special. I remember being jealous of my friends who had one. Even to this day, the 3DFX cards spark beloved memories for most people. Would I otherwise make videos about them? Did you have a Voodoo card back in the day? Let me know in the comments.